up the sky, burning tires all around. Kicking up the side-by-sides, roaring engines loud. Friends and family gather, let the good times roll. Mud stains our faces, hearts wildly out of control. Smashing the throttle open, feel the power surge. Hitting trails and ridges, laughter's all we heard. Cracks of cold beer bottles, echoes in the air. Sunsets fade tonight, we got no time to spare. Off-road shenanigans, tearing up the ground. Mud and sweat and joy, we're camaraderie found. We live for these wild moments, life on untamed land. Bonded by the freedom, deep within the sand. Bonfires lighting up our faces, cheers and songs. Through the darkness, feels like we belong. High fives and whooping, holler, life's exhilaration. A brotherhood in motion, pure and proud elation. Engines start to whisper, morning dew presides. Heads held high in dirty pride, never hides. Our wild memories, mistakes we did create. Lessons etched in trails we'll remember every day. Off-road shenanigans, tearing up the ground. Mud and sweat and joy, we're camaraderie found. We live for these wild moments, life on untamed land. Bonded by the freedom, deep within the sand. Engines start to whisper, morning dew presides. Heads held high and dirty pride never hides. Pack up our wild memories, mistakes we did create. Lessons etched in trails we'll remember every day. Off-road shenanigans, tearing up the ground. Mud and sweat and joy, we're camaraderie found. We live for these wild moments, life on untamed land. Bonded by the freedom, deep within the sand. -1 minute. T-50 seconds. T-40 seconds. T-30 seconds. T-20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry about that. Said no sound. My apologies. Let's start that over again. Welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Get Crawling. I hope you can hear me now. Anyway, so can you hear us now? If somebody can give me confirm that y'all can hear us now. Yes, no, maybe so. Please. No sound. Oh yes. All right. Jason said yes. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Jason. So anyway, so we are here tonight. Chris with Offer Shenanigans and Michael Peasley here, as well as one of our board members of the Let's Get Crawling event. He's actually been stepping up to the plate, taking care of a lot of big stuff for me and helping me out tremendously. Appreciate everything you've done for me.
Not a problem. Happy to do it.
But I'm getting excited, man. We got just a little over a month and a half, or just under a month and a half, and we got the event.
We do. I'm ready for it to happen. I'm the anxiety of waiting for it to happen is I'm over it. I'm just ready.
Yeah, so am I, and I think everybody else that's been registering and been calling us and asking us for information. They're all excited too because we're getting a lot of feedback on it. One thing I noticed is I watch a lot of the analytics with the website and stuff like that, and we've gone up 16,000% in additional page views since we started. We updated the registration process and all that, which we're going to go over tonight as well. So we've made it a little easier for y'all to register with us for the actual particular activities within the event. And we're going to go over that tonight as well. We're going to give some shout outs to some of our new vendors that have joined the table with us, or the event with us. And just give you a brief summary. It's going to be a quick podcast tonight. Pop in at any time if you have questions about the event, you want to know any more information about it, whether it has to do with the park or it has to do with the rules, or it has to do with the lodging or anything like that, feel free to chime in and I will try to get you as quick as I possibly can. So you told me earlier that you like the website. It looks like it's coming along pretty
way
good.
better. It was way easier to navigate. I'm really excited. I'm hoping a lot of people will find it easier to use and start getting registered for our events.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going ahead and give a shout out right now to our new vendors that we've brought on, new sponsors. We've got Best Deal Tire out of New Braunfels. They've got the wheels and tires that you need for your any kind of vehicle, all the way from regular cars all the way up to, I think they do 18-wheelers and stuff. So make sure y'all check them out. I'm going to go on the page here in a little bit and show you where you can find their information and their website as well, so that way you can check them out. And also we wanted to chime in there with the Christian Jeep Association. So they are a nationwide association from what I found out. They cover the entire nation, and they have a bunch of they're almost like a VFWs. They almost have like little posts everywhere, but they're chapters is what they are. So they have a whole bunch of chapters here. I think they have 8 chapters here in the state of Texas alone. So they're excited about it. They shared it on their page as well. So we appreciate that. They're going to do a wristband sponsorship and a name banner sponsorship as well. So
excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, we're very appreciative for everybody that's pitched in and helped us out get to this point. We still need vendors. We still need sponsors. If you're a small company in the off-roading industry and you want to help us out, get this event going even better than we have planned already, we need y'all to register. We've got to cut off the registration for our vendors, or at least our sponsors, not our vendors, but our sponsors, by the end of this month, because we have to get all the printing stuff done. We have to get you on the t-shirts. We have to get you on the wristbands. We got to get you on the banners, all the promotional stuff that we're doing. And it's going to take us probably 2 or 3 weeks to get that stuff gathered up and printed and all that kind of stuff. So we need sponsors today. So join us, which gives me another little point I'm going to put out there. I'm going to run a special from now to the end of this month, which is another 14 days, right? So any vendors or sponsors that want to join the event, I'm going to give you 50% off from this point forward on all packages. That includes the food trailers, the vendor booths, the sponsorships, all that 50% off. So we're going to run that until the end of the month. Hopefully that'll bring some more people into the...
Let's get it done.
So hopefully that'll help out. If you know people out there that own a off-road shop, a parts, a warehouse, I'm just going mind blank with everything, but any company that's in the off-roading industry or vehicle or automotive industry that wants to join us and come out there and set up a 10 by 10 booth or 10 by 20 booth or anything like that, hit us up. We'd be more than happy. We got plenty of room for everybody to come out there and join us. So we are hoping by it is a holiday weekend out there at the park. Camping is actually filling up fast. We got on the other day. My mom actually tried to get an RV site out there, and Zips Corner booked completely.
Really?
Yeah. Areas B is starting to fill up. Area A is starting to fill up. The cabins are starting to get filled up. So people are registered now for their lodging. So I highly recommend get on their website and get something booked now, because you're going to miss out. You're going to be having to stay in town, which is not too bad. It's only about a 15-minute drive down to town, but not a big deal. Or you're going to do it old style and do some primitive camping and camp out in the woods with the lions, tigers, and bears. Oh, my.
That's how I like it. Throw the hammock in a tree and go.
So anyways, also I want to thank Bronkbuster, Tyler with Bronkbuster out there. He's been a tremendous just support team for us. He's helped me a lot with promoting the business, promoting everything else. And he told me all the way up to just recently that he wasn't going to be able to come out to the event and help us because he's got SEMA the following week, literally like the next day after the event. And he's actually said, you know what? I'm going to push some other stuff away. I'm going to come out there and join you in your event. So
Thank you, Tyler.
Don't worry, Tyler. There's going to be plenty of Broncos out there that need your assistance. I promise you.
Bring everything you got.
Bring the 18-wheeler full of parts. Jason said hit up Texas Truck Works, which I actually saw them. They shared our post the other day, actually. So yeah, Texas Truck Works knows about us. And Elevation Jeeps, OCD Customs, Off-Roading 101. Yeah, we definitely need to reach them out and let them know about the 50% off. So
Thank you, Jason.
We make note of that. We will definitely do that. Thank you, Jason. So we are also, so I do have one potential, I think, artist coming out there to sing one of the nights. He hasn't given me the date yet. I'm supposed to reach back out to him this week at some point and get that set. I know Angela and Preston have been working super hard on getting food trailers. I think they made 100 phone calls today trying to get food trailers and stuff like that arranged and set up. So they're working really hard with all that. So if y'all know anybody that has a food trailer or any type of snack trailer or any of that kind of stuff, please let us know, because we would like to work with them and get them out to the event as well. I also want to make a point that anybody that does join as a vendor or sponsor this year will get VIP treatment next year, which means discounts, extra swag, and some extra sponsorship stuff. So I'm going to treat them good for the next coming years for them sticking their foot in there and getting us the foot in the door and helping us out. So make sure you spread the word for sure. Also, a little thing we haven't really talked about much. I do want to inform that BSF Recovery, for those that don't know who BSF Recovery, they are like the OG of the off-road recovery world. Have you seen their YouTube videos?
Oh, watch them all the time.
I think they
Since
started
2009.
2009 is when they started. Great group of people. They are just tremendous. We met them at Matt's Off-Road Recovery, Matt's Off-Road Games this year up in Sand Hollow. And they are just a phenomenal team. We're super excited to be working with them, and we got a little treat in store for them. So they're going to come out and play with their tow trucks a little bit. We've definitely got some cool footage, but you're going to have to come out to the park and see all about that. But anyway, so, and then of course we don't want to forget our best friends and our partners out there with Hidden Falls. I mean, they are allowing us to go out there to their park, play on their 2,500 acres of land, and really, bring all these people out there, let them explore the park. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up for them within the event itself. And, the park is happy about it because they haven't had anything out there since like before COVID, anything this magnitude and size. So they're really excited about it too. So I know that recently we've been out there, except for this last weekend, but with an exception of this last week, we're out there for like 3 weekends in a row trying to get ready for this event. We've done a lot of video recording, which we have videos coming out soon. I'm working on them, getting them edited. And we're getting some of the trails mapped out, which now you can actually see on our website, which I'm going to share with you here momentarily. and show you kind of the trails that we're actually going to be doing. And I think we even have a video on our YouTube channel now with the Let's Get Crawling, the toughest crawl. So anyways, you know, the more the people that come out there, the more people that share this, the more people that grab your friends and say, come on, you got to go, the more merry this event's going to be. What we need right now is we need some of them racers and them big guys. Got the bouncers, got the big crawlers, got the big toys. We need them to hit that toughest crawl competition because I need to see some carnage on that wall.
Yes, absolutely.
So the toughest crawl, which is on Loose Rock out there at the park, is going to be probably the toughest out there. But, you know, I say that this whole time since I was setting this up, I thought that the toughest crawl was going to be the hardest one. And the last couple of guys that ran up with it, they've made it look easy. And I think that the King of Wildcat Mountain is actually the challenge.
Well, I think the big thing about Loose Rock is so far they haven't done it with a clock running. That could be part of it.
Yeah, this is true.
So we're asking them to go up it and get us good footage. So they're stopping and letting us catch up with the cameras. I think when someone just hammers it, it's going to be a different story.
For sure. Absolutely. And you know that crazy guy out there that likes to full send it. So make sure you give him a call. Tell him to get on that website and register. Now, I will tell you this right now. So the registration for the toughest crawl and the King of Wild Mountain Challenge is $250 for entry. I am willing to give a discount on the entry if you call me within this week and register me personally on the phone. I will get you hooked up and register. Now, I will tell you this. The more people that we get registered for those two competitions, the bigger the prize money.
Absolutely.
Because all that prize money, I mean, you know, I can't say all of it, but most of the prize money is going to go back to the participants that win this thing. And it's going to be phenomenal to see that challenge. If we only get one or two people out there, it's going to kind of be boring, and we're only going to see a couple vehicles go up it, but we really need at least 10 on each one. I mean, at minimum. So we got to get that out there. And Tyler said, Chris can show some carnage. Tyler, you have no room to talk.
Between you two, that should be all the carnage we need, right?
I think we could put on a show on our own. What do you think, Tyler? But anyway, so real quick, I do want to show some updates of the website that we do have going, and I'm going to switch over to that now. And so with the website that we've got going, we have now, when you go to the website, a nice little window pops up right here at the very beginning. You can exit out of it if you want to explore the information about the event, or if you hit that get registered button, it's going to take you straight to where you're going to register, pre-register for the actual activities within the event. And you can see here that they're all listed at the very page. Make sure you hit this little see all button down here at the bottom to see the last two activities, which are the two big challenges. At any point in time you're on the page and you don't know what's going on, or you're not sure about something, make sure you hit this I have a question button. It normally takes about a 2 to 3 minute delay for that information to come to me or to one of our office staff and see it, and then we'll respond to you as quick as possible. So make sure you hang tight, get that in there. These are actually separated into categories. So if you don't want to see all the services, you want to see one of these four classifications up here in the activities that we have going, just be more than happy to just click on one of these, like the rock crawling competitions, which are the toughest crawl, and of course King of Wildcat Mountain Challenge. And then we have the trail ride challenges, which I'll explain a little bit more about here in just a minute. And then we have a level 1 and 2, which is the easy ones for the stock non-low modified vehicles, or just for the family adventure weekend adventures. And then we also have level 3 and 4 trails for the more experienced and the more modified vehicles, or somebody that really just wants to try it out for the first time and see if it's something they like. I will tell you, it gets tricky in there.
There's a couple tight spots.
A couple tight spots. Somebody knows my personal experience right here.
Replaced the mirror this week.
And then, of course, family activities, what we have set up for you. We have tug of war. We're doing people versus people. We got tug of war, side by side versus side by sides. We got tug of war full size versus full size vehicles. And we also have the night guided trail rides, which we're going to do Friday night and Saturday night, which will leave from Area B, which is the general area where the general store is, and we'll meet up there, and we'll leave and go on a nice, easy, no more than a 2 or 3 level drive up to the back of the mountain, and get some time to hang out at the mountain at nighttime and get show off all your lights and your rock lights and all your whip lights and all that kind of cool stuff. As you can see in the pictures here, this is actually on top of Wildcat Mountain. This is where this picture was taken. And then we have the treasure hunt, which we'll explain here in a second, a little bit more detail about that. And then, of course, we have the best built buggy or 4x4 build competition. This is going to be to who has the cleanest ride, who has the best looking buggy, something that wasn't, put together in 5 seconds, more or less, more thought and time and money put into it, right? And then, of course, we have the guided trail rides, which are just going to be simple, nice, little easy rides through the park. So when you're in here and go to classes, you'll see also that we are hosting a one-on-one class on Sunday, which is anybody's welcome to enter these. Matter of fact, all these services that you see, or activities, rephrase that, all these activities on here are free to enter except for the 2 competitions, which that money is going to mostly prize money. So everything else is free to register. So make sure you come out there. The only thing they're going to be paying for is fuel, parts when they break them, and park entry fees and food and whatever else they need out there, right? So once you're in here and you say you see something that you want to do, you can hit the register button. Very simple, easy process. It's going to take you to the information window where all the information of that particular activity is going to be at. A little description of what's going on. You can share it with your friends if you want to by hitting the share button, or you can hit the book. And when you hit the book, it's going to pop up with what your cart already has in it, or if this is your first item to add to the cart, it's going to show you what it is. Obviously, there's no price for this one. Go ahead and put all your information in there. If you want to make it easier, if you want to add stuff to it for maybe you want to come back in a couple weeks and add another registration, or maybe you want to save it for next year, we're going to have the same website for next year. So go ahead and hit that store information. And we would like to know what kind of vehicle you're actually willing. And if you want to choose more than just that one activity, hit that book more services, and guess where it takes you? Right back at the very beginning again. You can hit a second register button, and it's going to add that as to your cart. These are all, you can save a login to your all your information in here. You can create an account. You can look at your bookings and in your orders you have. You can go into the your cart and see the services that you've ever actually added to your cart, or you can delete it or edit it from that point forward. So it's very simple, very easy to navigate. So at this point, I've kind of gone over the website a little bit. I also, I didn't cover, what I do want to cover is the big part is our partners, which I consider our sponsors. This has been updated to our current sponsors that we have, our current vendors and sponsors that we are working with. There's the Christian Jeep Association. You can hit their website. The Best Deal Tire Service in New Braunfels, you can go to them. There's good old Bronkbuster, BS of Recovery, Hidden Falls, and of course, Off-Road Shenanigans have hosted the event. So our website has a lot of information on it. We are trying to get more information on here as much as we possibly can. There's some videos of some previous stuff that we've done at the park before. There's all the contact information down here at the bottom on the homepage that has our emails address. So there's an email box just for general questions. There's a inbox for registration related if you need to ask questions about registration or submit registrations. And of course, there's a email for marketing as well. So with that said, I know it was a lot of information, and we had quite a few things to put on there to make sure everybody's getting covered and getting registered. If there's anything on the website at any point in time that you just that you don't see, or you have questions about, or recommend us putting on the website, drop us an email, drop us a message, whatever you want to do, however what's simple to you. Let us know what you would like to see on the website to make your life easier to navigate on the website or get more information, and I will do my best to get it on there for you. So tell me a little bit about what we discovered on the not the night rides, but the trail completion challenges that we have lined up for them.
So we've been trying to figure out different ways to make this as simple as possible, not having to download extra apps, not trying to worry about a ton of people clocking in and clocking out. You're going to register for the event. You're going to show up at the booth, let us know when you're going to get started, and then you head to that trailhead. Now, once you get there, you're going to go ahead. There's going to be signs posted where you can take a shot of the trails starting points. And essentially, when you hit that photo and it's time stamped, as you run through the course, there's going to be a couple of markers all the way to the end. When you're done, we've known exactly what time you've made it through the course.
Yep.
Nice and simple. We don't have to have a ton of people out there just standing in the sun for no reason. You can just take your own pace. If you want to do it as a rush, go ahead. If you want to take your time and enjoy every little bit of it, there's definitely going to be advantages to different size vehicles. Where Chris was talking about, I tried to follow in my Jeep where he was in a side-by-side. Trail got a little narrow. There is another line for full-size vehicles, so you don't have to squeeze in this little tight spot. We're going to have everything marked out pretty clear. The park is doing a wonderful job of cleaning up the trails as much as possible.
Yeah,
They're like, what trail do you guys want to put people on? We're going to make sure it's clean. So just go through, you get your timestamps. If you want to hit the second trail, hit the second trail. If you're done with it, I mean, if you want to do it a second time, so say you're trying to do it a little bit faster and you want to kind of challenge yourself.
Sure, absolutely.
You might get caught behind someone that's taking a little bit of a longer time.
Yeah, we'll try to stage them out too a little bit so they're right on top of each other. We'll try to release them in period time so that way give them a little time to get down the trail.
We know the park's going to be busy, and we know there's going to be people that are bumping into each other at some point and holding each other up, and that's fine. Just run back through it. Everything's kind of set up so you can almost take a loop between one trail to another and back to itself. It takes you right back up to the park roads. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for everyone to do these different trails, different paces. Side-by-sides are going to fly through some of the rougher terrain that I try to keep up with. Didn't work out well. But we want to have people see a lot of the trails. Sometimes, and some of these trails may not get used as much, I think. And it's a shame because these trails are gorgeous.
Yeah, for sure.
Midnight Run is one of my favorite trails in the park.
Midnight Run and Wet Wild are my two favorite. Yeah.
It's kind of down in the shade, so it's nice for one of those afternoon runs when it starts getting hotter up on the top.
Yep.
So I actually did it in a completely stock 4-door Wrangler. My first time at the park. Guys were bypassing another harder trail. They're like, oh, just take this one. I got turned around and ended up on the wrong spot. And I loved it. So completely stock. I had 32-inch tires. Mine is a Willys package. So I had 32s. And made it through okay. Now it runs over, and I try to keep up with the buggies, but rock walls.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him a buggy one of these days. He just doesn't know it yet.
So I think that's gonna be a big part of it. It's just getting people into other spots, showing them. There's some trails that get a little warm in the afternoon, and that's when those ones down in the shade come in real nice.
Yes, for sure. And I noticed that the temperatures have started to come down. I know we're in a hot week again. But the last time we were out there, it actually was amazing. It was not hot. It was nice.
It's like upper 70s,
yeah,
mid 70s.
Amazing. And I'm expecting that kind of weather probably when we get closer. Maybe a little rain here and there. It starts getting into the wet season a little bit. But hey, that'll keep the dust down.
It'll keep the dust down. And I can take my doors off and not break them here.
Yes, for sure. So I'm going to bring back the website that we had up a minute ago. And show y'all exactly what these trails we're talking about. I have a photo on here that will make a little bit more sense to what we're talking about if you're not familiar with the park. And so the three trails that we have set up, like I said a minute ago, we have the level 1 and 2. This is for the laid back people, the people that don't want to get in those tight crannies. This is a super easy. You could probably do the whole thing in 2-wheel drive easily.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
well, we passed a group that had a completely stock RAV4, like an early models RAV4, chilling in a group of full size lifted up trucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Tesla trucks are going
Yes.
Cybertrucks are going up there, but and that would be the this one right here, which is the Park Roads setup for y'all. And if you are familiar with the park, you'll kind of understand where this picture is actually set up at. And area B is down here in this bottom corner, which you can't see on the map. But this is Park Road, I believe 2 that goes up by here, and it actually Y's right here in the road. You can go left or go right. And right when you go right, there's actually an oak tree, shaded big old oak tree, good for like picnicking or hanging out, or just, you know, you could probably fit 10 or 15 vehicles in there.
Oh, absolutely.
But anyways, this goes all uphill, and it's all been recently graded. In the past, prior to the recent maintenance they've done at the park, this was getting a little treacherous. It was getting to the point where you needed 4-wheel drive to get up to it, but it's all nice. It's kind of like a county road now.
Pretty much.
But you can get all the way to the top here, and this is the backside of Wildcat Mountain, where you're actually going to continue down to get to the mountain. That we'll do that on the night rides. But you're going to take a left here and continue. I think they call this Connection Road is what we've called it, right? So once you come to the T right here, you're going to right turn and go down North Pole. And this is all super easy stuff. It's a little hilly. There's some pretty good inclines and stuff like that going through there. And I think you go through a creek bed or two. I know Greenhorn, there's a creek bed. And then you're going to take the bypass where the stair climb is. And then you're going to come down here and turn right into Feeder Creek. Now, we will have markings out here. We'll have everything shown and those signs up that you know where to go. So don't worry about getting lost. And not only that, they have lovely maps. So we're gonna have these printed out as well, so that way you can track yourself going out there. They have they do have the mapping programs. Avenza, I think, is their app that they go to out there that walks from right.
I would highly recommend downloading it if you can and saving it to your phone, so that's always preloaded.
Yep. And Onyx is another one too, but Onyx is also working on some updates as well for this park. So I wouldn't highly recommend Onyx just yet. We'll wait until they get a little bit more updates on theirs, but the Avenza app is definitely the go-to app for this right now. And then it takes you down here to Feeder Creek, and Feeder Creek actually ties into Rocky, the Trail Rocky. So right here where Rocky and Feeder Creek join together, you're going to exit out, and this puts you back on the park road, which you're going to take a right at, which takes you all the way back down to Area B, where you'll come in and check in after your full trail ride. So again, this is a level 1 to 2, very easy, all 2-wheel drive. As long as the weather doesn't change our trails at all before then.
Well, one thing I like to talk about on this trail, though, if you're not trying to rush through it, which no real need to, there are some really cool climbs that you're going to watch people that are out there on a regular basis making. And a lot of the other guests are going to be taking some right where that bypass was. If you can pull that back up on the map for me.
Sure.
So right where that bypass is, there's a huge stair climb right there. And there's a nice little area at the bottom where you can not block the trail and kind of park off to the side a little bit. And you can see some really cool climbs. And you're going to see that all throughout the park. There's all the little side trails. And sometimes you just sit back, find a high spot, and kind of watch some of the bigger built vehicles. And they all put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
We do pretty much every time we go out there.
Hopefully Tyler will be out there. He'll put on a show for you. So, and then we have, we'll go back to the other two, the trail ride challenges, which are the level 3-4, which is the moderate one. Recognize we didn't do anything extreme in this because the extreme one is for the rock crawling competition. So make sure if you want to go any more than this, hit that rock crawling competition link right there and get registered. So the first one I'm going to hit up is going to be Midnight Run. Midnight Run, it comes right off the park road, right behind Area B. Obviously, you see B right here because it's for Area B. The general store is right here. You're going to come out of there and take a left and take your first right. And it's actually the first trail you come to on the right-hand side. So it's very simple to get to. And as soon as you go there, I mean, you got a nice little 15, 20-foot drop right there in that area that goes down to the creek bed. So, I would highly recommend at least running 4-wheel drive in some of this area in here. I didn't really find any reasons in this area that you need lockers or anything like that.
No,
I
absolutely
think
not.
everything's just four-wheel drive, maybe.
Everything's just it's running through a creek bed, so you got lots of big boulders to
Yep.
kind of crawl over here and there. So you'll need your 4-wheel drive, but no extreme ledges or anything that you're going to need lockers.
And we will have video links actually attached to these registrations here shortly of videos of us actually going down these paths with the GPS kind of trail feeder line that shows us going down the trail. So they give you a better idea of what you're actually up against if you've never been on this trail or know what we're doing. So going this direction is actually the easy way of going down this trail. The more I would say advanced way of going is going back, actually coming from the right to the left, just because everything's up climb instead of down climb. So you have a couple of good step ups right there to get in. I think it's about right here in the middle of Midnight Run is about where that off camera you go into the creek a little bit,
Yes.
get a little off camera action, and you can stay to the right, take the little bypass right there, or you can take the left and take your mirror out.
If you're full size, stay to the right.
And then it pops all the way out here, and then it comes down here, and this is where it ends at right here. I know it's not a very good snapshot of where it ends at, but there's actually several trails that tee in here. And you can do one of two things. You can either go to, you can continue on out, which will take you to the actual, I think, what is it, Baby Back?
Baby back.
And take a ride on that and follow the fence line all the way back to camp. Now, there's a couple little areas, but most of it's pretty graded and pretty easy to get through. Four-wheel drive is required in a couple areas, but nothing too crazy, nothing more than lockers or anything like that. But what I highly recommend you doing is not just sign up for the Midnight Run, because at the very end of Midnight Run, you actually end up at Bronco Buster. And Bronco Buster is, it actually takes you back to the park road you started out at, just a little bit further down the road.
Yeah, here on the map, you can see right where Midnight Run runs in the Bronco
Yep.
Buster.
So here's Midnight Run that we just showed you right here. And this is where Midnight Run ends at. And you take a left right here, and that's the beginning of Bronco Buster, which takes you down in the creek bed about right here in this area. And you follow that creek bed all the way down, and it's got a nice little climb out of it. So pretty nice little trail. I like it. It's one of my favorite ones, just to take a nice, easy stroll. I will give you caution that there's a lot of big boulders in there, and there is another really good off camera that takes you and puts you. It can put you into a wall pretty good if you're not paying attention. That big boulder, it's on the left right there, about halfway down.
Ask my daughter how she knows.
So, and then I'll pop you up out here at the end, and there'll be a number here that you'll snapshot, and that will give you your final time and your final photo for those two trails. And then you come back to camp, and of course, check in with registration and show us that you finished it and get your little completion certification. So you'll see on here, I put in the description, highly recommended add in Midnight Run with this challenge, as this is the one that starts at the end of Midnight Run, but not required. And you don't have to do them simultaneously. If you still want to do both of them, but you want to break in between both of them, you can easily just continue down. Like you can do Bronco Buster first, but I'm going to tell you, it's easier actually to do Midnight Run, exit off of it, and then go back down the park road up this direction and actually do Bronco Buster backwards. But if you do that, I'm telling you right now, you're going to run into some head-on traffic, and there's going to be a hard jam. So I think we're probably going to just keep it one-way traffic.
That one's really tight, and there could be a long backup if there's a significant group.
So again, that's the time, the trail ride challenges. Very simple stuff to do, nothing too crazy. And I told you I would talk a little bit about the treasure hunt. And the treasure hunt, what we've got set up for you is several items throughout the park. And we'll give you a map on what the items are in the general vicinity of for you to go find. The biggest thing about the treasure hunt is to get you out, explore the park, see the different areas and the different trails of the park. Nothing crazy. I don't think we're going to put them in anything that they're not comfortable with.
No.
It's all pretty easy stuff to get to. But we're not going to release those maps until the day they show up. I think the day we show up, they don't want to study it and go out there and try to figure it out.
Exactly. When you show up and say, I'm ready to start, that's when you're going to get it.
Yep, sure. So we've got that for you. And let's see here. We got the tug of war, of course, and the best built buggy competition. So what this is right here, I talked a little bit more about this earlier. I mentioned it. What this is pretty much going to be, we're going to have a couple judges that are going to go through and look at your registered vehicles and see what the quality of build is, see how much time is put into it, how much effort was put into it. Was it, thought through? Or was that a thought through process, or was it just a slap together weekend warrior kind of, process? I think, and I don't know. What do you think about doing the junkiest build competition? I mean, like not competition, but the junkiest buggy showing up out there.
Oh, I will just bring the Cherokee and win that.
But
there are some well-used rigs that I think deserve. Yeah,
for sure,
that would be fun.
Absolutely would. So we'll go ahead and get back over here to close this window out real quick. There we go. And so I hope that's gave y'all a lot of information that you've been asking for, or you didn't know, or you just didn't understand the registration process. No, at the very beginning was questionable and weren't sure on how to do it right. We've got that fixed now. I hope that's to your likings. If there's anything else out there, if y'all have questions, anything y'all have about the park, about the event, now's the time to ask. Is there anything else you'd like to add on or chime in?
I think that pretty much wraps everything up. I just want to thank everyone for getting signed up. I appreciate all of our sponsors and our vendors for coming out. And the more people that we can get signed up, better for everyone. So like Chris said, please, if you know anybody that's willing to come out, Jason pointed out a couple people that we'll reach out to. I think it would be great to have as many as possible. It just makes it all better for everyone.
Yes, for sure. And we will make sure that we continue to update y'all with any changes or anything else that's coming up. We're going to do this every Monday night at 8 p.m. So make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We have Off-Road Shenanigans. We're posting live on there. The Let's Get Crawling pages, all 3 social media platforms. On the YouTube, we did not create a separate YouTube channel for the Let's Get Crawling, but there is a playlist in our Off-Road Shenanigans YouTube channel to find us. And if you don't know how to find it, or you're curious on how to figure it out, just go to our website. Down at the very bottom of the page, you'll see a YouTube icon. Click that. It'll take you straight to our YouTube channel, or where we're posting all these podcasts up. So we can't wait to see all your smiling, happy, buggy faces out there. We want to see some carnage. We want to see some serious riders. We want to see y'all having fun. That's what we're doing this for, is all the camaraderie, the fun, getting the families out there, get this event going. I'm excited. I can't wait. A few more weeks, man. We're almost there.
Almost. Then we'll start all over.
Y'all been great. Thank you again. Again, if you have any questions from this point forward, be more happy to leave a comment on this video, or just give us a call or drop us an email. Y'all have a good night.
Dust clouds choke the sky, burning tires all around. Kicking up the side by side, roaring engines loud. Friends and family gather, let the good times roll. Blood stains on faces, hearts wildly out of control. Smashing the throttle open, feel the power surge. Hitting trails and ridges, laughter's all we heard. Cracks of cold beer bottles, echoes in the air. Sunsets fade tonight, we got no time to spare. Off-road shenanigans, tearing up the ground. But in sweat and joy, we're camaraderie found. faces, cheers and songs. We live through the darkness, feels like we belong. High fives and whooping, holler, life's exhilaration. A brotherhood in motion, pure and proud elation. Engines start to whisper, morning dew through sight. Heads held high in dirty pride, never hides. Pack up our wild memories, mistakes we did create. Lessons etched in trails we'll remember every day. Off-road shenanigans, tearing up the ground. But in sweat and joy, we're camaraderie found. We live for these wild moments, life on untamed land. Bonded by the freedom, deep within the sand. Engines start to whisper, morning dew presides.